Well, before we actually effectively kick into today's video, I've got to say I'm a little bit sad, but I do know that I am using this as a work truck. I have been towing with it lately and enjoying it, but driving down the road again, I don't know what it is about the bed of this thing and attracting things that are bouncing off the highway and going down the highway and spinning out of control, and it's hitting my backpack here. I don't know what it is about it, but this is the second time now. First time was a piece of retread that destroyed the back section. Now today, I don't know what it was. It was spinning around in the highway. There's nothing I could have done to avoid it, but we ended up catching something. Now, I did end up getting the bar. I actually went off the next exit, drove around, came back, and I found my lower support piece. But it ended up just ripping completely the frame and everything off over here. You can tell it hit somewhere back in here right before the tire, or the tire hit it and kicked it up forward, or I don't really know. But the Ram truck's getting kind of beat up here. It's a little bit frustrating. I also just seen this too. It ended up ripping my wires completely out. I didn't even know that that actually happened until I just got home now, but the wires are completely ripped out, tucked out of place. Over here on this side, here's the actual bar. You can tell, so this would have been the front section here. You can tell, number one, it's got a little bit of a dip in it. I don't know if somebody hit it and spun it off the road, but back here you can tell sort of where whatever hit, and it just kind of like bent this section and then just ripped it completely off of the truck. So who knows? I'm gonna just go ahead and roll the footage from today. The Ram truck's getting beat up, but I guess at the end of the day, we did design this thing to be driven and to be used. I mean, it looks great, it's performing great, performing really well actually, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. I gotta take the damage when I get it. Also, somebody door dinged me up here on the front of this thing, which really makes me mad, but I guess it is what it is. Roll the footage from today and just gotta sit here and think about how we're gonna fix the Ram truck, or maybe we won't even drive this thing much anymore. I love this thing. I don't want it to turn into something that's, you know, in terrible shape. But roll the footage and I'll see you guys at the end. Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am Senate Steve. We got my little Momo back here. We actually have a kind of nerve-wracking but good one for you today. So we'll start off with the quick and easy news. I did locate a property that I'm gonna go look at. It's actually only about 15 minutes from my house. Now this is going to actually be a rental property. It's not actually going to be something that I'm going to purchase. So I wanted to kind of do something to kind of get myself into like a garage or a warehouse, because then I started doing all the plans and everything and talking to my attorney and my realtor and everything, and they said, you realize that you're looking at probably 6 to 9 months in just being able to build what you want to build and getting permits, doing this, doing that. So I think what I'm going to do is it's time for me to rent a property for an entire year and kind of build like a workshop or workspace out of that. So that's what we're gonna go look at first. I think it looks super, super promising here. I've been talking to the guy now for a little bit. I think it's great for me. I'm gonna go look at it, make sure everything's good, and secure the property. I hope so. So I'm bringing you guys along with that. Then part two of the trip is I actually bought basically a different garage was going out of business, and they had, I guess, a bunch of cars that were in the back of the business that people needed too much work for, so they just handed over the titles and said, hey, I don't want any parts of it. So I ended up buying all of their kind of junk cars to just sort of flip and kind of have some fun with. So, well, not have fun with, but I'm hoping to go ahead and be able to make, you know, $50 to $100 per car over top of what I paid. So it's not really that exciting, but for me it's exciting because I get to drive the Ram truck for a couple days and get these cars moved. If you did see me on Instagram, you did see I posted something. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, now's a good time to do that. It's sendit_Steve. So I post a lot of updates daily on Instagram. I actually post at least once a day on Instagram. So if you want to kind of stay in the loop and get news long before the YouTube channel, definitely go check that out. But that's what we're gonna do now. I'm fueling up now because you know this thing just guzzles fuel. So I'm fueling up. We got about a 20-minute drive to look at the property. Then we got about a 15-minute drive back to pick up the other car. And then we're gonna see what it's worth in scrap weight. So buckle up. We're in for the long haul today, and Mo's excited. Aren't you? No, you're not excited? Why not? Cause why? Cause why?
Because I don't want a garage.
We need a garage.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. I do too much stuff. I need a garage to put stuff inside of. Alrighty, guys and girls. I do believe we are locked and loaded. Well, I know we're locked and loaded. I just signed the lease and everything. I am freaking excited. We will be moving in here on the 15th of February. So we got about 3 weeks, Mo, till we can move in.
Here?
In here, yeah. Not to live, just for our cars and trucks. Yeah, we're not gonna live here. But I'm excited, guys. So as of right now, it's a new construction site. I'll show you a little bit of it as we speak, but we're gonna go ahead and they're gonna put a garage door on it, and they are gonna go ahead and concrete the floor. That was part of our agreement and everything. And we're gonna be able to run a lift, have all kinds of things. I'll do a little bit more of a proper introduction and an actual walkthrough here in probably at the 15th. So look for that video coming really, really soon. But
Dad,
I'm freaking excited.
we could move a playhouse in here.
We could put a playhouse out here. So the guy seems super cool. We talked about it and everything. We get along way better than I thought we were going to. His son actually has a bunch of square bodies. He said, if you want to come over and make some videos on the square bodies, they're more than welcome to do that. So I think we found a really, really good place here, guys. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and pick up these scrap cars and try to get that done. I'll probably show you one or two. I'm not going to show you a whole bunch, but you're going to want to stay tuned for a video that I have coming out later in the week on 2 of the cars, right?
And we can ride the 4-wheeler out.
And you can ride the 4-wheeler out here. This is going to be a great place to go ahead and call our HQ for Send It Steve. So I'll pick back up here in a couple minutes, guys. We'll get this first car loaded up, and we'll see you in a minute.
This is a backyard.
Oh yeah, one of the things that I forgot is there's actually a fabricating and welding shop also on the other end of the building. So that is absolutely killer. That's going to come in great handy. I talked to the guy who does the welding and the fabricating, and I think we're going to get along really, really well here, guys. So he's a big Ford guy, and you guys all know I'm a big Ford guy. So I'm excited, guys. I cannot wait. February 15th, look for the video to come out. I am pumped. Let's go pick up these cars. Alright, guys and girls, well, we got this one loaded up. This is obviously just a Passat. He basically bought it. It needed a timing belt. The engine was actually bad in it. I ended up picking it up off him. So we got a couple more junk cards that we're going to get. But I'll show you guys this one. I probably won't show you guys much more because obviously you guys don't really need to see me just scrapping cars. It's kind of just sort of a fun little thing that I'm doing this week just to kind of put a couple dollars in my pocket. But let's get in the truck here. We'll go up to the scrapyard and see if we made out on this car at all. I hope so, but fingers crossed. I'll see you guys up there. And yes, it is that cold outside. I think it's like 29 degrees, but the wind is blowing, which is what's really making it cold. So, see you guys up at the scrapyard.
Bye-bye.
Alright, if you guys know where I'm at, you guys know this hill. So we're at the bottom. We're not pinned or anything. We're running about 60 miles an hour. We'll see where we're at the top. Now we do have a truck and trailer ahead of us, but we'll see if we lose any speed or it just kind of goes up kind of smoothly or what. So far we're only like quarter throttle and we haven't lost any speed. And yes, we still got a load on the back there. So I'm excited. This thing's got plenty of power. We're catching them, so we must be doing something right. They're gonna screw us. They're gonna screw us on the video. I gotta lift. I'm gonna have to lift. We're down to like 50, but it's not my fault, it's this guy's fault. It actually is pulling it rather smooth. Like I'm not even a quarter throttle. trailer. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yank her off. There's no bumper, so it can't really mess the bumper up. Good enough for me. Alrighty, guys and girls, well, as you can tell, we got the car off of there, and I've got to call that a win. I paid $80 for that car. I drove it. Now, granted, we have been driving for 71 miles as of right now, and we just dropped it off and got 207 bucks. So I call that a little bit of a come up. I'm pretty excited about it, actually. There's not too many days you can buy a car so cheap and then drop them off and just make money. Like, I didn't have to do anything. Yeah. I literally loaded it up and drove it and made $127. Yeah. That's a win-win for me. Now I can afford to buy my buddy some dinner. Mo got a little snacky poo-poo on the way too. Yeah. So today was definitely a good day. I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too, for the garage that is coming. Big changes coming on the channel for 2021. I hope you guys can actually even hear me, because this truck is a little bit loud. But I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, and you're not going to want to miss the next video coming out. I guarantee it's going to be one that you're going to want to watch. Oh, look at that, little Duramax F-150. All right, take care. We'll see you in the next one.